Hello everyone, and welcome to today's exploration. We are exploring the Pale Sea or the desert, whichever one you want to call it. But me mateys, we gotta sail together. So that's what today is, just this event. We may pull for Thorn if I really like this event. But I have to really like this event to pull for Thorn. Because, I'm somewhat iffy about if I want to pull for Thorn. This event could be the determining factor if we pull for this Thorn. I don't think I will. But to be honest, I haven't met Thorn yet, so maybe I'll like Thorn way more than I actually do. But as of right now, no. At least as of right now. So let's get going. Which one is it? This one? Yes. Oh, the first one is just a story episode too. It's fine. I just really want to get into something, That's what's kind of hype. This music is so good for this event. It's a piratey event. What if I can't swim? Guys, I can't swim. Guys? Guys, help, I can't. Guys, I'm gonna drown. Help. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of messing around right now. Salt is scared. It is within the tides, within our dream, within our tears. He strains his eyes in the dark waters, searching the lake bed for the faint glint of metal. He slowly paddles forward, inch by inch, fingers stretched out in the slit. But all they find are strands of water weeds. The frigid water flows past his skin and hair. Confusion sets in. He does not know how he will find that golden coin. Don't look with your eyes. Let the waters flow, tell you where to go. A voice from ashore cuts through the water. He can't see the person's face clearly, but that gentle, friendly tone sounds reassuring. And so, he closes his eyes, feeling the water rush past him, painting an image of the lake bed in his mind's eye. There, a solid metal disc, embossed with a complex design, rests atop some waft reeds. He strokes his face before grasping it in his hand. He swims away, the stranger's face getting ever clearer as he gets closer and closer to shore. Did you find the coin, boy? He unfurls his finger. The coin rests in his palm. The circle on its face, is bisected by the straight line. Somehow it resembles some distant horizon, one he has not yet to reach. What the fuck was that? Ugh. What's that smell? Finny? Salty? It's adorable. Look at the little guy. Oh. Sticks out tongue. Bleh. 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 Bleh, bleh. Don't lick my face, little guy, or I'll hit you. Forget it. I won't have to deal with you much longer. Hey, Chavo! Your food! Hurry up quick! Boss wants to see ya! She won't be seeing me today. Isdro pulls down the canvas hammock hung up in the room, wraps it around the hard bread and half full canister of water on the tray, and he kicks open the chest by his side, revealing a tunnel below it. He had been digging away at it for a full week. The strange-looking animal crawls up and nips onto his pants. Idris watches its saliva soak into the fabric and sighs. I'm definitely not coming back here. The abandoned ship through a tunnel. Such a weird concept. Jabal? Can I get that blade I left here last month? Jabal? Sorry, Teach. Wasn't listening. Are you here for your blade? What else? Not your sweet strained peace. I'll tell you that much. You all need to stop it with the jokes, Teach. Oh, don't be like that. Seeing you sharpening knives in the early morn is pretty much part of the landscape now. Look, you've drawn in a crowd. Though I don't really like they're here to get their knives polished. Hey there, Javelier! What a pain in the... Here, your blade. We don't have much metal left for repairs, so I used other things to fix it up. You'll have to make do with it for a while. Shell and bone. You're a real dab hand. Want to test it? Got anything tough I can chop up? I did have a hunk of dry bread, but I just gave it to the kid locked in the shack. Waste of a perfectly good loaf. The kid in the shack. Hey, move it already. Don't you lot have anything better to do in the morning? Stop blocking the damn way. Russ. Oh, it's you. And here I was thinking it was the harsh glare of dawn in the morning. I don't have time for you and your nonsense. Quick, Javier. Let's head inside and talk. I don't even know what that is. I saw it. But welcome everyone to the stream. But I saw that there was the Trials of Navigator. I don't know what that is. It just popped up today, and I don't know what it is, and I'm scared. Sounds like it's not for my ears. Be off then, Javer. Seems like the fun has ended. See you tomorrow, Javier. You need to talk to Juna. She's gone mad. She's going to send us all to our deaths. And you're the only one in her crew who can keep her a cool head. And how is that new? Over all these years, every single one of her decisions looked crazy at first, but turned out to be exactly what we needed, right? Get in touch with that caravan a decade ago was a huge gamble too. But here we are, making a good living selling antiques we dig out of the salt flats. Nobody took her side back then. Everyone was too scared of those money-grubbing merchants leaking the location of our fleet to the Inquisition. But Juna got them to see what the real value of the deal was, and made them an offer they couldn't refuse. Oh, that's kind of cool. This is different, Javier. Totally different. Doesn't matter, Russ. She's our boss, and I'd say she's earned our trust. She wants us to go back out to sea. You really going to back her on this? You really think this is the way forward? 'Cause it's not. We're all just gonna end up in a watery grave. Show a little faith. She found the compass, and a caster to fix it up. Everything's going according to plan. No. Even if you don't give a damn what happens outside your kitchen, you must have noticed the fin shit you've been getting to cook with lately, yeah? Look here. Here are the bills for the wood she's been buying up. All to fix those rotten old ships. All to head back out to the sea of hers. You know how expensive wood is? All that coin could have made our lives much cozier. You wouldn't be slaving away every day, pickling saltfin liver for gruel. I can say that much. Ooh. Just go talk to her. Afford she's done too much damage. Been hearing some real nasty talk around town, folks getting relentless. Fine. I'll have a chat with her. But don't forget, Russ, without that local Juna, our grandparents, our parents, and us, none of us would have been able to live out here in the salt flats. A salt fin? Yeah. The problem is, like, when they say that, they just mean, like, saltfish. I'm pretty sure. Right? Like, a saltfin is just a saltwater fish. I'm pretty sure. Because, like, in this world, they call everything beast or fin or something like that. They don't have just cow. They have all their own creatures, all their own weird stuff. Strange. Where did that cook go? The one that's always sitting outside. Mera. Why are you trying to take me back? A man turns the corner. Aggression apparent in his footsteps. Andrew quickly hides himself in a shady corner. But the man walks right in by him, swearing up a storm as he goes. Idiot! You bastard idiots! Just you wait and see. That puta's gonna get us all killed. Clear your head, Sisa. You've been eating that girl's herb on the sly again. My head's clear as day. It's yours I'm worried about. I can't be the only one with a problem how she's leading us, can I? You're all just too yellow to say it. Coward, the lot of you. You like pearl? Yeah, I think that's what it is. I don't actually know the name of the actual little animal because it looked like a little axolotl. Murder. If you're going to spew shit, do it at home. But am I wrong, Teach? Don't tell me you trust that Loca too. Have you been taken in by her salt-damned lies too? Like Javel? Cess. Hey, cool it. He's just a little upset. Say that again. Say that again. Ruh-roh. You know I'm right, Javer. All those years of licking her boots, shouting, "Aye, aye, Captain," at all her shit. We all know you're a loyal back beast. So put down that knife of yours and go crying to Mama, like always. You ever grab Sesso by the collar and lifts him up, slamming his back into the wall. Javir's face is calm, but the fire in his eyes burned bright, nearly bright enough to sear a hole into the target of his ire. Are they going to start a fight? If they do, I may as well make a break for it. Don't ever spew that sort of Finn shit again. Not even in your sleep. You hear me, Sesso? Sesso can barely breathe as Javier presses into his neck. Nobody dares approach the two, only silently passing them with their heads lowered. The people in the shed lining the streets shut their windows tightly one after the other. In a flash, the street is empty. Let him go. Javier, he's learned his lesson. Not here, Javier. Answer me! Now, run along home, Chavel. Remember what you learned today. Remember it well. The hell was that, Javer? You've never been that reckless. Reckless? No. He was just making it clear to everyone where he stands. Russ, Relax. Just bring him a little something tonight. He'll accept your apology. Yeah, thanks, Cheech. Jeffer watches the woman walk away as he stands in the middle of the street. A stray headscarf lies at his feet, having fallen off Sissel's head as he ran. Jeffer picks it up, pats off the dust, and walks back to his shed, closing the door lightly behind him. Oh, he feels bad now. I'm good. Everyone's gone. I was afraid I'd have to wait for them all to take an afternoon siesta. Why did I even try escaping at night last time? That's when guys are most active. I guess it is a pirate area, but it's easier to sneak out because it's dark. I guess here it doesn't matter. There. That's my way out. Just need to head down. Only 2 guards. Gotta knock them out. Say. No. Ever thought about going someplace else? I kept some of those old coins we've been digging up. Files off the king's face, and you can barely tell the difference from the new ones. We could leave the flat behind, go to Rimbolton, Colombia, anywhere you'd like. No, Jose. I was born and raised here. Never even thought of leaving. You really want to stay and follow the boss out to sea? She's the boss. The sea'll swallow you up. I ain't afraid. She promised us. Well, that scares me. Is that promise might turn into a fleeting dream. If you're that scared, then go. I ain't gonna stop you. I was kinda hoping you would. Are you done yet? If you don't want to leave with me, then at least... At least what? Can't this guy take a hint? Could you give me a... Stop mumbling and spit it out already. I love him. He's watching this guy try to confess to her. It's kind of funny. No. He's not rizzing her up. He's like, me. Stop mumbling and spit it out already. Unable to bear watching the man stumble over his words any longer, the woman knocks him flat before sandwiching his face between her hands and kissing him hard. Whoa! What the fuck? Whoa! That was out of left field, okay? I wasn't ready for this. I need an adult? I don't know what the proper response is here. Sure, like this fucking guy. Fuck you. I'm kissing you. I'm done with this. I'm done with this stupid game we're playing. But no subtlety, no nothing, just straight. Come on. I just frowns his brows, overlooking away politely. It works. This all worked, I guess. No. Oh, just shut it. At least they didn't notice me. God damn. You know, imagine if that happened when men confess and the girl liked them. Just instant assault. There'd be a lot more relationships in the world. Full honesty. Yeah. I need to run faster. If I'm not out of here before dark. Based on the last few times, I'm definitely going to be... A giant helm wheel rolls past his face before coming to a halt, stopping just short of crushing his feet. You shouldn't keep a lady waiting. You know. Now, be a good boy and come back with me. I feel like someone else is about to be assaulted in 3 seconds. You shouldn't be here. Still, not giving up after all these attempts. We might not have had enough spare medicine to patch you up if you end up wounded again, you know. How did you know I was gone? Senor Juna. I made sure nobody was following me. It's my job to be aware of what's happening in my fleet. You can't hide my eyes and ears. Besides, did no one ever teach you not to ask a lady a question she'd rather not answer? But you're not a lady. God, could you imagine if he said that? Now he's getting the shit beat out of him. I'm not, at least. The young man does not reply, silently thinking of the sword that had been faithfully at his side for years. If he still had it, perhaps it would be even the odds. But it had shattered, just like the freedom currently within the arm's reach. It had died in these salt flats, snapped in two. Idros clenches his fist, grits his teeth, and grabs onto whatever is left of his things. The lady lightly draws her sword, her stance relaxed. Out of my way. Oh no. After a few sword strokes, the unarmed man falls defeated, face in the salt sand. He could not protect even the last of his belongings. As Juna ties him up and heaves him over her shoulder, he feels something in his heart slightly shatter. It's called your pride. It's gone. Ah, youth. Never knowing when to give up. No matter how many times you're beaten down, you're already dreaming of your next attempt. If you're that desperate to leave, then fix that compass for me. How many times I have to tell you, only an alchemist can fix it. I am no alchemist. God, lady, why? Get the hint. Oh. Then care to explain where that golden coin of yours came from? I stole it. You're a terrible liar, Jove. Oh, its face is a mark only a few know of. The mark of the long-lost school of alchemy. The knowledge they passed down helped countless fleets find treasure in the sea. But after profound silence, their disciples were imprisoned, and their works destroyed. So tell me, why are you holding onto that coin, despite all that happened to them? I don't know anything about that. Oh, what a stubborn young man. How about we change the question then? How did you dig that tunnel of yours? A shovel. The bread you gave me was really hard. What a clever boy. Wait, you're telling me he dug a hole with bread? Alright, now next question. What type of bread? Was it a baguette? Was it just like a normal loaf of bread? Like, what type of bread did you use for this? I need to know. I need to know. In case I ever need to dig out of prison with bread. What type of bread was it? How old was it? How stale was it? He's better than Key. I'm trying to figure out what type of bread he used. It is clever. I'll give him that. It's just... What bread did you use, buddy? Go on, what bread did you use? My, oh my. I really must have to thank you. You've worked so hard keeping watch over him. Why, if I hadn't... Why, you haven't informed me right away, he might have actually gotten away. Yeah. Okay. Baguette is the only one I can think of logically you could try to dig. Like, you could use a loaf, but it's really inefficient. At least with that, you know it's long and you can kind of like poke in, push a little more. Yes, I know. He's not the best behaved prisoner. But that's why we have you, isn't it? You really are our cleverest, sharpest witted, and most amazing little Nina. My homie got ratted out by axolotl looking thing named Nina. Narc. I don't know how to react to this. It's an animal. Oh, we got ratted out by an animal. How do you even... Spins excitedly. Thorn, you should like kidnap this thing. I don't know what to say here. Don't look at those eyes. He's a traitor. Don't look into those cute, adorable eyes that win over your heart. No, that thing will rat you out. You'll say you ran a stop sign, and he'll go immediately tattletale on you. That's what that thing is. You don't tell Nina nothing. Telling Nina stuff is worse than telling the cops anything. It's just kind of funny that he got ratted out by this little guy. I'm putting it to a very extreme, but like it's kind of funny. Don't get too excited now. There are still many difficult duties ahead of you. And you mustn't take them lightly. Quickly falls flat on the ground. I have faith in you, of course. Alright, I'm off to go now. Don't let that boy learn who you are. Piece of evil. Come in, Jave. Pardon me, Signor Juna. I hope I'm not interrupting your time with Nina. Don't give me that look. I've got a little something for you, too. My, what a fine little ball of bone. Did you carve it? See. Out of bone shards that broke off some other older weapons, else they'd have gone to waste. I want to give it to Russ as an apology, but I won't open his door for me. Oh, I did hear about that. You shouldn't be so hasty, Javer. As our fleet's Busan? Wait, what's Busan? I don't know what that is. Most senior rate of the deck department on the ship. Oh. Busan or Boatswan. So a bosun, or otherwise known as boatswan. Okay. That's pretty good. Our fleet's bosun. Russ has every right to question my plan to go out to sea. And you attacking one of his men right in front of him can be seen as a rather harsh warning. Yeah, I didn't know what that word was. I'm gonna be honest with you. Now I do. And I've never heard that word used. I don't go on a lot of boats. So it's not like the word, it's a word of the day. It's part of the word of the day calendar. Considering your recent promotion to main chef, best keep a low profile. Some things are better left unsaid. I think he's the one who needs that advice. Just let him be, Jav. I don't pay it any mind, so why should you? Because I know our boss isn't a mad woman playing with our people's lives. Well, aren't you sweet? If we do get that compass fixed, can it really tell us how to avoid the sea monsters and find what we need? Of course. I would never lie to you, Jav. The salt flat won't be able to support us for generations to come, while the sea is a nigh inexhaustible front of resources. Okay, maybe I have heard it. I have watched the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, but I don't remember anyone saying that. But it might also be, you know, I was a kid when I watched them, so I just cared about the cool pirate ships and pirate fights. So I did watch the movies. It's just completely over my head. Now that we have both the compass and an alchemist to fix it, this is a chance for us to turn our lives around. We can't afford to miss it. But aside from you, none of us have ever seen the sea or experienced that age of gold and plenty. I've been living in the flat for as long as I can remember, but the old cook said that only a century ago, this was a fertile soil. What if that bona fide sea of yours has already become just a barrenness flat after the profound silence? And this magic compass of yours can't guide us back to the past. The tides will wash away my footprints, and the wind will scrub away the form from the waves. But the sea and the shore will stand forevermore. What? Just an old poem, Javi. Unlike the land, the sea is tenacious, though it may be interesting, infested with strangely fleshed beast, it is still abundant with precious lifelines waiting for us to find them. It was once ours, and it can be ours once again. I want to believe you, I do. But these rumors, you have to prove yourself in front of everyone. Show them you're not talking nonsense. I will. Oh, right. I did as you asked and went to by the shed. There really is a hole in there. I'll fill it up tonight. What should we do about that boy? He can't stay there anymore. Don't worry. I've already found a place for him. Oh God, what did you do to him? Did you tie him to the poop deck? But where? If you mean my place, then no. Don't you worry your little head over it. You'll see on your way home. Oh God, she tied him to the poop deck. I don't know why I keep saying poop. I just wanted to say poop deck. I'm gonna be honest with you. Damned little brat. This peg leg you sold me is pure garbage. 2 days and it's already split in twine. Eh? It just needs a bit of spit polish and glue and it'll be back to as good as new. You sack of fin shit. How about I rip your leg off and use that instead? You could. Hey! Let's settle down. I'll take that leg back. No need to get violent. I've got a knife. Don't come any closer. Jabba, right on time. Help me catch this little wretch. Out of my way, idiot. Troublemaker. Oh, that hurt. Give him back his money. Let me go. I'll tell Juna you've been bullying me. Use your head, Chin. This isn't somewhere you can run your mouth. We're not like these cowards in the other town. If you mess with us, we won't bother locking you up or putting you on trial. Left hand or right hand, choose one you want to keep. Oh! How dare you? If it weren't for me, your boss would never have gotten a hold of that compass. Care to try your luck? Fine, I'll return the money. But you gotta give me back the peg leg. Not in your life. If it's stuck to my leg, it's mine. You're no better than a pack bandits. I'm glad you finally come to an accurate assessment of us, senorita. Slip of the tongue is all. Here, the money. Adios. What was the boss thinking, letting that dastardly little girl like that aboard our crew? She's got her reasons. I hear that kid ran off again. Why not break his legs and be done with it? And now she's gone and strung him up here, ordering us not to touch a hair on his head. Seeing that grumpy face of his pissing me right off. You don't know how much I want to give him a good punch. He has not realized yet. Hey, don't go, Javer. I was just thinking out loud. Oh god, it's... Ethos? I'm trying to remember their name. But my model was made by an artist I commissioned. ... You've been running around all day. Want some water? Cloud Beast. Got your tongue? What? Why is his cape going up? I won't surrender to you lot. If that's how you want to chaff. Just here to give you the bad news. I'm afraid you're going to be out here like this all night. Whatever, I don't care. Thank you. Good to hear. ... Oh, he's upside down. I was so confused. Well, you never know with Arknights, you know? You never know if there's like a wind stream or something like that. You never know. There's always weird stuff in Arknights that we never understand. Dude, they're keeping him like that the whole night. That guy's losing today. The dawn light falls upon the coin, and a stray ray reflects onto Aizra's eyelid, causing him to blink. The light wanders, and the circular markings on the coin begin to ripple. He begins to feel discomfort and hands the coin to the man ashore. Though the man is in no hurry to receive it, instead he grabs onto Idnur's leg and lifts him up by the feet. Uh-oh. The boy struggles and the man ashore begins to speak. If you had nowhere to go, my young friend, you can come with me. They all call me Alice. And you have my thanks for finding my coin. The rays of the setting sun sweep through the cracks of the salt ship's frame, shining onto Idris's eyelids. He blinks in discomfort. It's dude, also like the sun is getting straight into his eyes. People walk by and none can resist snickering at him as they pass. He feels a little dazed. The faint laughter causes his cheeks to flush, though it might be just an effect of being hung upside down. Out here in the salt flats, simple tents and ramshackle shakes are put up one after another. Enormous salt ships are berthed on either side of the road, like a herd of slumbering sea beasts. Upon their mast hanging great sacks for gathering rainwater, flapping in the wind as they await clouds to pass overhead. Upon the road, people walk shoulder to shoulder, laughing and squabbling, until all of a sudden, a quarrel breaks out, which soon escalates into a chaotic all-out brawl. And in the quieter corners, some are pulling their lovers in close for an intimate kiss. These guys really are a bunch of barbarians. Why, I'd never come to such a lousy place. Good question, Pascule. How did I end up in this den of thieves? Not too sure myself. Whoa! That was interesting. Right? That was very interesting. Alright, we got a tutorial. What the? Oh, are we gonna... Wait! This looks awesome! Wait a minute, this looks awesome! Is this like a pirate ship battle? Oh, this is so cool! That salt ship's approaching. The pirates might board us at any moment. Be ready. Aw, this is lamer than I thought. Someone jumped straight into the salt flats to get us. It's not going to be easy to move through all that salt, even for pirate born and raised here. That's kind of lame. I was hoping for something like that to swing across, you know? That would have been cool. And if I have a character that could push, they could push them into... My imagination roamed so much bigger than what this game gave me. RMS Titanic was one of the last passenger ships actually with an actual poop deck. Main stern, which was an area. Oh, Titanic was the last one to have a poop deck? So sad. Last passenger ship. There's probably still other passenger ships with poop deck, but that's kind of sad. The salt glass consists of hardened salt layers, but also fine layer of salt. If they stay down there too long, they'll slip and sink into it. I doubt they'll be eager to jump in if they had any other way to get to us.
Everyone, follow me.
So they do die, okay. It's not instant death. But if you hold them off, they will eventually sink. Watch out, that pirate is building a rope bridge. That's cool. Sure enough, they rerouted to use the new bridge. I'll stop them. I'll take out the pirate holding the bridge. Oh, so if you kill the... Ah! Argh me, matey! Kill the man holding our ship! That's what happens. So those guys should be sinking soon, right? Yep, there they go. Okay, that's kind of... This is interesting. Be careful, a pirate has landed behind from... This is cool. The ship's salt heat cannon can not only fire cannonballs, but also lightweight pirates as well. Salt heat cannons are not only sturdy, but hard to target, as well as we lack the firepower to destroy them. Did someone say firepower?
It's safe here! Don't be afraid!
Wait, use your ability.
Please. Is it my... Watch this! Need some fun. Let's burn him up!
Not dealing as much damage from the front, then wreck it from the back.
Skill. No way out for you.
You're sinking to the bottom real quick, buddy. Oh yeah, I can see like slowly. How deep do they have to get? Is it like waist deep? Yep, a little bit above his waist. Just a little bit
Looking
like
after
below
everyone's
his
health
waist.
is my greatest
Just a little bit.
motivation.
Okay, let's look at this map. Because this... I like this... Oh, this one's not... I like that whole idea. But this is like a really big boat. The problem is... Like, I get it's meant for, like, lower level players to get here, but, like... I can definitely destroy this with ease. You know? I feel like if I just put, like, one character, I could win the whole thing. If I put Mountain, I think Mountain can win the whole battle. He doesn't need anyone else. I think Mountain can just win. Which is really sad when you think about that. 2 weeks ago. Not 2.5 weeks. Not 2 weeks, 1 day. 2 weeks. Begin recording. My sand board is heavily damaged, and I can't find the materials I need to repair it nearby. As for my water reserves, they can last me 1 more day at most. Thankfully, the next supply point is only half a day away. This many messages, really? How long have I been letting them build up? It's been a while since we received any news from your Operator Thorns. From Operator Thorns. Remember to report your position when you have the chance. By my calculations, our mission route will overlap a bit. If we can find the opportunity to meet up, let's get some spare supplies I can share. Hey Thorn, how's your trip to find super ultra cool sword technique going? Any good news? Forget it. I'll reply once I'm done walking. This region's between me and Supply Point. All the map shows is a name. Marpolode. The Pale Sea, huh? Hopefully it's not a real sea. Out in the open wilderness, sand rides along with the wind, bringing with it a salty, finny smell. Sunlight pokes through the gaps in the dark clouds, while long dry river beads boast only a few brushes and shrubs. Some rustling along them proves that this so-called wasteland is not completely devoid of life. The young man pulls out a rope and ties together a few planks. Once done, he steps atop them and takes a leap. As of a sudden, the waste comes to an end. A great cliff has sundered the earth. He looks down. Israel sees a plaid white sea. With all his strength, he climbs down the cliff. Once he touches down onto the pale sea, he reaches down and sticks a hand into the bone-dry seawater. Salt crystals? There is no water there. There is only pale salt. Stunned with countless skeletons, the remains of which unlucky creatures were swallowed up by this place. But the only thing on his mind is that somewhere, in some nook or cranny he cannot see, there is something flowing, rushing. He stops sliding on his makeshift sandboard and reaches for his sword at his waist. That's odd. How can there be anything alive here? And then a big pirate ship appears. The ground beneath his feet shudder slightly. The layers of salt slowly subside around him. The trembling intensifies as an indentation in the salty ground approaches him at high speeds. There are fins in a salt flat. Oh my god. A gigantic beast breaches the salt, catching him off guard. It's like Drozzlefin loomed overhead, and its pointed armored snout is shaped like a colossal lance. It barrels into him, and he is thrown off his feet. His organs feel like they are being rearranged as he aches through the sky before he slams into the ground and the blacks out as his consciousness fades. He sees a giant fin beast dive back into the salt, leaving no trace in its wake. Good thing it wasn't hungry. be aware of Shihun. Uh-oh. Just my luck. That damn Agricole doesn't know when to give up. He even chased me all the way to this blasted land where nothing grows. Murda ran too fast. All my water spilled. What now? Ugh, bleh. This is just salt. Poti. Without water, I'm not gonna make it to the town of Aaron. Huh? What's that? A gust blows past a pile of salt and dust, revealing two motionless legs sticking out from beneath it. Just some unlucky soul who wandered into the salt flats without knowing what he was getting into. Your bad luck is my good fortune, amigo. A full bottle of water. Excelente. Gulp, gulp, gulp. Uh-huh. Let's see what else you've got. The hell are these bottles and canters? Ugh! What in the blazes that smell? It stings. Well, whether it's medicine or poison, I'll still fetch a pretty penny. Rhodes Island Pharmaceuticals. Whatever. Mine now. Huh. Foreign money. What you expect to find a money changer out here? Not even foul beast shit here. But I might have a use for it later. Mine now. The girl shifts through the man's wallet, finding only a few silver regals alongside some foreign coins and a meal voucher with Rhodes Island cafeteria soup ticket written on it. At the bottom of the wallet, a glimmer of gold catches her eye. She reaches to grab it, flipping it a few times as she retracts her hand. On one side, there is a circle split by a horizon line. On the other, an inverted triangle. It's heavy. Must be pretty pure. It rolled. Wait, I feel like I've seen these patterns before. Aren't they what Juna's looking for? Shame. Were you even lying out here dead anyways? Well, you've been so generous. I can at least send you off on your final journey, amigo. Here, have a proper burial. A thief is nothing but a body hollowed out of by greed. They take from others for their own benefit, but satisfaction ever eludes their grasp. The moment she heard a sword being drawn, she knew it was too late to run. She looks behind her, her body trembling as her muscles refuse to move an inch. A cleric of the Inquisition walks towards her, his hand cannon and rapier decorated with a ghostly bleached bones, a deep contrast to the usual solemnity and grace of his colleague. All Labral, known the sheriff's name, but also know how close to madness his mind runs. None dare call him by it to his face. Behind his back, they are only ever call him by his title. The Agricole? The unreasonable, unfeeling, uncaring Agricole. The Agricole that inlays his weapon with the bones of criminals as a warning. The aggressor that will chase a criminal to the end of Terra and back. Holy shit! Not what I was expecting him to look like. This is not who I was expecting. Right, out of every, like, design, not this. I was not expecting Pretty Boy over here. Describing him as, like, this mean, rough, I imagine, like, a scar at least, or something, you know? Like, wear and tear in his body. No. A femboy. He's not a femboy, but we're gonna call him that. I have come to free you. Wait a sec. This is a big misunderstanding. My head hurts, and my mouth's full of salt. No. No. I don't want to die, mercy. Oh, save me! What's going on? Thorn, you gotta save. I don't know who it is, but you gotta save her. Him? Her? Thing? I feel so bad saying that. Why do you struggle? Your death will free you from the eternal torment of sin. Oh, most holy Senior Adiso, please let me go. Some reason, please. Someone forced me to do it, really, I swear on my life. I didn't even have it anymore, honestly. If you don't believe me, search me. I don't have any compass. If you let me go, I'll take you to them. If others may impose their greed upon you, then so too will your greed corrupt others. All you have been tainted by avarice shall receive judgment. Somebody save me? Anybody? Argh's Reaper sweeps across her face, but before it presses against her neck, a black sword swoops from behind, knocking aside its point. A golden liquid drips from the black sword's edge, sizzling as it eats away at the salt on the ground. An acrid scent spreads from the splash. Run. The dead guy's alive? I am currently arresting a criminal who has stolen a forbidden relic from the Inquisition, Senor. I did not mean to disturb you during your repose. You're with the Inquisition. Before you shield this vermin from justice, I pray you first ascertain if all your belongings are still on you. What? My wallet. Your swordsmanship is impeccable. It should be used to shelter the innocent, not harbor criminals. Murder? What is it? Rose pats down his body. In the depths of his pocket, he feels something small yet hard. An irregularly shaped piece of metal. At first glance, it looks like a detritus from a factory, but carefully examining reveals that the fine alchemy symbol etched all across it. The layers of rust on it appear to have once been some kind of liquid, but even so, it shows a gleaming luster under the sunlight. No one ever expects the Spanish Inquisition. And there he is, the Spanish Inquisition, live. And it seems you have discovered this, the Senorita Pascal. Did hit her I'll give in gains. Hand it to me, Senior, then leave in all haste. This is a compass filled with corazonks? I thought all production of alchemy were destroyed. Oh, and here. I thought that nonsense in Libra would yet recognize it. The Agricole turns his rapier towards Lizro. His severe expression shifts towards... Wait. Quizzical. You have procured my curiosity, Senior. What revelation have you with the wanted criminal Alulus? Or rather, where was it you came into contact with him? I have so many questions for you, Eager. Ager? How is it you can recognize a sinful product of alchemy with but a glance? How is it you know a long array school of alchemy? Oh. Ibra? Isdra. No, it's none of your business, Agricole. Oh! But it very much is. You see, some of that disciplined students have died by my blade. Idris considers saying something, but the Agriculture's Reaper is already pressed against his throat. And so you are willing to submit to law? Agriculture pulls back his sword as he shifts his center of gravity forward. The blade in his hand spins once before coming down in a brutal chop. Aizdra's intuition as a swordsman tells him that this man is a lunatic. Not even the most unorthodox of fighters would wield a rapier in such a crude manner. Ibira? The cold gleam of the blade's edge flashes past his eye. With an instinctual flip of his wrist, he blocks the savage blow. A rapier is not made for slicing. Izdra laughs inward, varnishing it like that will only cause it to snap. But then comes a brittle screech of scattering metal. He sees it on his own sword that has snapped in two. Half his fractured sword is stuck pointed down into the salty soil. Blood drips down from his cheek. Lay down your arms. Run! The Agricole casually brushes aside the rock the girl threw at him. The second he does so, Izdra runs off to gain some distance. As he runs, he senses a familiar vibration coursing through the layers of salt underneath his foot. The pain in his jumbled organs crawl up his nerves once more. The Agricole's footsteps approach him as the chase continues. Thorn's mind races. He grits his teeth, and without looking back, he sets his sights on a giant skeleton in the distance, poking out of the salt. Ah, none may leave before I have the truth of the matter. You always talk so much. Just a little faster. Huh. Huh. As he runs from the man hounding him, Thorn holds his broken sword high, doing his utmost to fend off Algrus's attacks. He looks behind his pursuers and sees the layers of salt subside. A familiar foe appears on the ground once more. The Agricole stops. He too has sensed the vibrations. An earthquake? Looks like this is your first time here too. Before the words have finished leaving his mouth, the colossal fin beast breaches the ground in front of him, sending its prey flying. As he flies through the air, the man's limb splay out like a rag doll. Limbs sply out like a rag doll. After a moment of soaring, his graceful arc through the sky comes to an end as he meets the ground. Oh! A pull of salty dirt whiffs through the air as the sound of his landing echoes through the dry air. He has not fallen on the most comfortable spot in the salt flat. A sharp bone spur has pierced his body. His blood trickles down the skeleton, staining the pale salt below red. What? You just killed the carrot? You killed him that fast? Is he dead? If he isn't, we're in a whole lot of trouble. If he is, we're in a whole lot of trouble later. What did you mean, Senior? Did you put things in my pocket? It just fell in as I was pulling you out of the sand pile. Honesty. Do you believe me? My pockets have zippers. Then allow me to beg forgiveness for my transgression, Senior. Still, we're both alive, right? Why didn't you run when that Agricole was attacking me? Would you believe me if I said I found a conscience? Look, if you die too fast, I won't be able to get very far. Not to mention, you still had the compass. The buyer paid a lot of money for it. If I did try to book it, all that hard work would have been for nothing. Where are you heading? Huh? You might have been the source of my problem, but you also helped me out, so I'll return the favor. I'll get you where you need to go, and then we're even. Huh? We're even? You haven't even considered going on an adventure with me? Or we could part ways here. What you stole from me should be good enough to keep you going for a while. I'm heading to the town of Iran. Up on that hill over there. But it's a good 2 days walk from here. 2 days. Half a day should be plenty. Huh? Really? Heyo! Welcome, Matey! The girl senses the underground vibrations closing in on them once more. A towering drozel of fin breaks through the salt and sand, rapidly approaching them. She gawks at him incredulously, but he looks back with a steely certainty. Mind if I borrow your rope? My sand board's broken. Huh. I don't know why. I have a feeling this story's gonna be really, really long. Or maybe it's just really front heavy. Stop hitting it so much. You'll crack the wood. I wanted to make it sturdier. It's sturdy enough already. You were the one who fixed it up in the first place, unsatisfied with your own work. Senor Silva said this is how I should do my work, if I want to repent. What's the sin this time? The window looks like she's about to give birth. But she won't let me look after her. She must still be haunted by the past that caused my wife's death. This is divine retribution. I think she just doesn't want to remarry. What are you talking about? It's been 2 years since this town has seen its last birth. 2 years? I have to help take care of the child, no? I would never have uttered such alternative motives. That's a good point. Most of the people young enough to have kids have already gone. All that's left here are us old timers. Wait here, and oh, what over there, Senior Silo? The sky is full of salt. Salt fin? Or is it a salt storm? Doesn't matter, just run. Oh! The cloud of salt and dust swallows up the fleeing townsfolk as they scream in fear. As soon as a colossal salt fin parts the clouds, revealing 2 people riding on its back, one in front of the other. The young man in front pats the salt fin as he extracts a broken sword from its body. The salt fin digs into the salt crust with a particular fin, retractual fin, giving the man a resentful glare before it departs. He pays no mind to it, instead meeting the townsfolk's fearful gazes as he approaches them. Sorry to trouble you, seniors, but is this the town of Aaron? Who are you? Who are you? What do you want? Thorn, I'm here to find something. Here, to find something. Here, my travel pass. Travel pass? Didn't Senior Silver say that nowadays there's a lot of eggers coming ashore to help us rebuild? Does he look like he's here to help? All these outlanders bringing with them disasters is disaster. If I'm to die today, then let me die blocking your way. Huh? What are you talking about, Senior? Hey! Let's all calm down. This is a misunderstanding. See here? This is my Argh badge. The higher-up sent me and my understudy here to meet with the local... Wait, the local what? Calificator? Look, it's real. It looks just like Senior Silver's. He's your student? He had a growth spurt. Can an Argh ever join the Inquisition? It's all part of the plans for restoration. I simply cannot keep up with these changing times. Thanks. Did you swipe that badge off that guy earlier? I'm asking, not judging. You don't look so good. I can't hold it any longer. Oh. I'm just a bit... Saltfin sick. Between the burst of almonds, the girl's stuffs the badge back into her pocket. A wayward glance shows Thorn a dozen or so of the Argh's belongings within the bag, alongside a few bottles of his own proper portions. He is not entirely sure when she took them off him. Forget it. We're even now, so be off then. Damn! Spanish words be kicking my ass right now. I don't know any Spanish. I technically know a little bit of Spanish. You're asking the wrong guy. I haven't even gotten to the question yet. Go ask somewhere else. I haven't even asked someone else. At least let me ask. I heard there's a local sword technique created by pirates. One that can be used to fight the wind waves. Does that sound familiar? Pirates? Santo Cielo Eraun will be ruined once more. Huh? It's about to rain. I need to go home to take in the laundry. Just go away, Veta. Isn't this your house right here? Also, isn't this the dirtiest part of Ibria? As he voices his doubts, he hears a clattering of footsteps behind him. He turns to see the entire street devoid of people. As he sweeps his eyes across the street, doors and windows slam shut one after another in ranculous cacophony. Is it actually going to rain? No. They're racist and hiding from you. The lump of meat in his mouth is slivered and dried. One of his left morals is loose and hurts like hell itself, leaving him only able to mash the meat with his right gums. Madra had told him this was the last of the food in his house. He thinks about how she looked as he threw it on the ground, so tender and caring. He thinks about how she looked as he picked it up, so cold and cruel. Such contradictions. He blames the jumbled memories on the hunger. Just as he does not remember if it was Madri who stuck that moral loose, or if it was just a new one coming. The hunger is too great. He swallows the lump of meat and mumbles to himself. This is the last portion. There's none left after I eat it. Where can I get more? There's a sound of a knife being sharpened from outside the door. He remembers hearing this noise before Padra disappeared. The ghastly truth dawns on him as he feels the cold all over. He recalls how Madra opened the door as she held the meat, a terrified smile on her blood-stained face. She bade him open his mouth, bade him chew, bade him to swallow. He licks the empty socket in the gums. They are hurt one. They had hurt once. They don't anymore. It is only because of sin that he yet lives. He should stretch out his neck and await the axe. In death, all things will be washed away. What? The Iberian Peninsula? Spain and Portugal. Oh, that's kind of cool. The scent of dried blood upon a shard of bone spur has dawned all sorts of small bloodthirst beasts. They cannot stop themselves from crawling towards the gruesome wound. First come insects bearing wings, landing upon his chin, crawling across his pale lips, then his cheek, before finally stopping on top of his eyelids. Just as they are about to enjoy their meal, the man's eyelashes begin to twitch. What? Ah. Anastro, you sinner. Since when was it your time to die? Those ensnared by greed, corrupted by that compass, they yet roam free, yet commit evil. You must find them, purge their avarice and their suffering. This is your duty. The man slowly pulls himself off the skeleton. The bone barbs and hooks tear at his flesh as he does. Oh! But he does not tremble in pain, not even once. And Anistro walks deeper into the salt flats. Behind him, the beast hungrily paw at his trail of blood. What the fuck? What the fuck just happened?
It's time to go. I can't keep hesitating like this.
Can Silverash do this?
Everything is under control.
How much damage do you do, Silverash? Nothing.
Great man, wait for the park. Ne'er hast thou questioned the road thou strayed upon.
Well, Silverash already kicked two of their asses. Now, you know what?
I'll
Fuck it.
make you shriek so loud.
Park. Ne'er hast thou questioned the road thou strayed upon.
Come fight W. He's just built different. Dude, he's built crazy.
Great Martha's ice yields to gentle warmth. Thy trampling of this hallowed ground shall beget bitter rue.
The good news is, look at you all! Destroyed half the world, but you never figured out how to beat me!
Apparently, if you freeze him, his bridge goes down too. Kind of interesting.
Great Thy trampling of this hallowed ground shall beget bitter rue.
Yeah, I'm curious about something real quick.
You really think you'll get away?
So yeah, if you freeze him, his bridge goes down. That's kind of cool. I know I put W, and W is just BS.
Great wait, for the snow shall bury as ice yields to gentle warmth's embrace.
I know, W is just BS. Pascual, you made it. Here I was wondering, thinking that you were burnt in the flat, buried in the flat. You're as pale as the salt, running into something on the way. Shut up, Teach. Let me in already. You want to come in? Do you want what the boss asked for? Did you bring what the boss asked for? Of course I did. Not just the compass either. I got a big haul too. Senor Joanne's been looking for an alchemist, and I've got a lead. So can I come in now? Of course. Master Thief Pascula, you honor my humble abode. Anchors awealed, host the sails, host the sails. The wind roars, our clothes are torn, rain draws a drunken haze, and the lights our hearts ablaze. Ready ho, sail forth, 1,000 ships break the port. Sorry, I had to try to sing it. But trying to sing and not knowing any of the words, it's hard. At the dawn break we charge ahead. Ah, who are you? What are you doing at my house? This alley is your house, Senior? All that cardboard you've got on your head is my bed, Jovel. Sorry, I saw it by the garbage bin. Didn't think anyone wanted it. Mind if I hide from the rain here? I'll go once it stops. This town hasn't seen a drop of rain in over 2 months. Even if it is going to rain, mind putting down my bed? Here, you can use my blanket. Thank you, Senior. So what are you here for, Eager? Hager? I'm looking for a local sword technique. The legends say the one who diverged it were... A few months ago I heard about a technique that can fight the wind and waves, and decided to come here to learn it. That's mighty brave of you. Don't you know that the Inquisition's been cracking down on pirates these days? I'm not interested in becoming a pirate. I just feel like my own swordsmanship has been lacking. Swords are for cutting people down, not for cutting through waves. Besides, why'd you want to learn it anyway? Heading out to sea? Too many questions, Senior. Huh. There's always folks believing such foolishness. If you'd come by half a year earlier, I could have brought you to the guy you're looking for. Back in the day, he learned a thing or two from those pirates, always bragging about how he could chop up the sea itself. In the end, he was just like me, came running back to town, waiting to die in peace and quiet. Did he leave anything behind? His diary. Took that to his grave. You'll have to dig it up yourself. If he knew someone wanted to learn the sword from him, he'd blah, 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 blah. He'd be so happy he'd jump right out, bones and all. Damn. Don't want to learn this homie sword technique that can cut literal waves and wind? What the fuck? I would be so interested. Be honest, would you not be interested? With a shovel by his side, Thorn cracks open the coffin. He brushes aside the grains of salt that fell inside, exposing a lustrous red flushed corpse. The corner of the book pokes out of his clothes. Thorn gingerly pinches the book and pulls it away, doing everything he can to keep the flimsy paper made of brittle by the salt intact. Is this the diary he mentioned? It's too tattered, I can't read a thing. Huh. Did I just inhale bits of paper? Damn, that's salty. I should look elsewhere. Elsewhere? Where else would a wicked grave robber and cannibal such as yourself want to spread his evil? What the fuck? Grave robber? Cannibal? No, there ain't a piece of meat on his body. He can't be a cannibal. That's the only reason he actually can't be a cannibal, is just because there's just nothing else left. You can't be a cannibal if you can't eat any of it. That is the rule. I don't know if it's even a rule. I'm making things up on the spot. I've been watching you creep about the cemetery, molesting its grave. I've caught you red-handed. I can explain, Senior. Senior, do you not know who I am? Do you happen to be a local celebrity? I'm a cleric of the Inquisition, in charge of inspecting the entry permits of all visitors at the town gates. So if you don't know who I am, then how did you get in here? Uh-oh. Oh, stop it. But that means, you know, if they're watching this, that means it's a common occurrence out here. You know, if they're watching this, that means it's a common occurrence. And I'm worried about that part. That's the thing that worries me. Guards, arrest this man. Great Thorn, you got arrested by some other country. Are these petals crushed enough? Dr. Honora? What? Oh, more or less. A few more times, and you can start blending in the oil. Why are your hands shaking? You must be mistaken. Taken? What was taken? I said, you must be mistaken. About what? What are you about? Still, that much shaking. Have you been drinking again? You're the town Coffador. You shouldn't be drinking. Wine is a sin and brings only harm. You said so yourself. Oh my god. Okay. I may have had a few cups with the representatives of the wine cavern as we talked business. But it was all for the sake of securing the town's future. How is the widow doing, Doctor? The widow doing, Doctor? The who now? Speak up. The porter's window. She's giving birth in a few days. Gaining girth? And now gluttony yet more sin. I said, the widow is giving birth. Senor Silva. Ah, dos mio. You scared me. Didn't I say to knock before you enter? Hi, welcome to the stream, everyone. I heard you shouting and assumed you were in danger. I'm fine. It's just I'm dealing with a nightmare, okay? Aside from that, I have something to report. We captured a lunatic? A blasphemer in the cemetery east of town. He was stealing corpses in the cemetery. What? I thought that with enough food we could avoid such tragedy happening again. Oh my god, it is an actual problem here. Dude, people eat people here. I can't even imagine it's good because they're eating like rotting corpses. Well, maybe not rotting. Maybe rotting's the wrong word. Because they wouldn't be rotting, right? The corpses wouldn't be rotting because they're in salt. You know, salt kind of rotting, but a weird type of, more like mummified, right? It'd be closer to mummified. If I may, Senor Silver, a full belly's not enough. When you first brought the holy law to our town, you cleansed us of our sins. But now, not only have your prohibitations been lifted, we have not heard more ceremonies in a long time. Sin flourishes once more. It is indispensable. Is that what you think? Which is precisely why you cannot allow this vile blasphemer to spread his evil in town. I shall arrange a sentence. What of old Paolo? He was seen taking the blasphemer for quite a while at that. No need. Paolo may have associated with the pirates in his youth, but he would never. He wouldn't have the nerve to break the law. But I said there is no need. Sir, I believe we should at least keep an eye on him. We can discuss this later. So did this guy build like his own religion? Is that the whole concept here? Did he like build his own religion? Corpse jerky. Aha! Salted long pork. You guys, seem very okay with the idea of eating people. It worries me. Fine, but it worries me. Digging up a grave? Don't tell me he was about to, Sinner! Sinner! Aaron is no longer pure. Calamity does once more. 40 Street. Oh, you're almost at 50. You're almost at the big 5-0. When someone shows me 100, I'm gonna lose my mind, though. That's gonna be crazy. Pedra. Calficiord? I beg you, kill him. Cleanse this sin. Don't let us be visited by disaster again. Stop that. Senior Thorn, is it true you were stealing from the grave of this town's residents in the middle of the night? I don't deny being at the cemetery, but What? Pascal? Thorn, amigo, I never took you for a grave robber. Of all the things to steal corpses, really? Makes me right sick, it does. Might I remind you, Pascal, you chained up, that you're chained up too? Silence, sinner! You'll be on trial next! What are you even doing here? Old habits. Also, you robbed me! Me! You robbed Thorn! Who was also you thought was a corpse! You're literally no better. Piece of shit. Clearly a little piece of shit. What a little shit. He's about to be executed. Don't blame me. That girl ran a roof of her old bad habits. Barely out the door and she was already off to pickpocket the best dressed man in town, who happened to be the Cafficio Silver. With her skill, not even the Cafficio would have noticed. He didn't, but she was caught in the act by one of his priests giving a report. What about the alchemist she mentioned? We know where he is. That's good. He's about to be hanged right alongside her. Oh, fuck. What a fucking statement. What about the artificer? Oh, what about the alchemist? Oh, he's about to be hanged with her. And this guy's like, what the fuck am I dealing with? What is happening, guys? Yeah, the ... gives me. So, how many of those pirates do we have at the execution? 12. With your crew. We should be able to handle them. Let's go. I know pirates get arrested easily, but goddamn. I also love that that once again, she got in trouble for pickpocketing. Senoritas and you senors. According to the law of this land, of this town, these two criminals will be hanged by the neck until death. I hope this will serve as a warning to all not to allow your souls to be tarnished by sin. The time has come. Execute them. You don't look worried at all. What's there to be worried about? You got a way out of this, then? No. At this exact moment, no. But it's all about the timing. The girl turns her head. Looking to the side of the gallows, a warrior priest has his hand on the lever, ready to pull it. Juva waves his hand. Oh. Oh, my hand! Bandits, bandits! How do I read this? Oh, what Shishva? Oh, what sin shall commit to deserve such punishment as the Shadow Town? It was one big word. I think they forgot the spaces. Repel them, protect the civilians, and cover the class of her Silver's retreat. Forget me, evacuate the citizens. Charge! You lazy son of salt fins, charge! Don't let those poor bastards bite the dust. Yogg! It's intentional? Well, fuck them. I don't even know how to read it properly. How do you read that properly? Speed praying. Not competition. Someone speaks fast. That's what I tried my best, but you have to read it all. You can't speak fast. I can't read as fast as it wants me to speak. That's just not in my skill wheelhouse yet. We could try. I can learn that skill for one day. Those bandits are here to rescue their friends. Get information and stop them. Die! Argh! You scallywag! Oh! You dare plunder this town so brazenly? We'll handle this lot, Jovel. You save Hercula and the boy. Quick like. I owe you one. And don't let them have their way. Yes, sir. Keep it quick. There's no time to waste. Anyone gets in our way, cut them down. Aye, Captain! Grah. Cut them loose, quick. On it! Hey, took you guys long enough. Quick! Get me out of these shackles. It's starting to chafe like you wouldn't believe. Ow! My wrist! You call this a rescue? Like I told the boss long ago, you're nothing but trouble. And yet, here you are, saving me from the gallows. You too, Chavel. Get moving. Can I borrow a sword? Here, catch. Don't even think about running away, boy. You expect me to lay down and die, senor? Nice moves. Much gracias. Wait, mucho gracias? Muchas gracias. Hey, is this really the time to get all buddy-buddy? How are we getting out of here? You're ruining a bro moment. Shut your mouth and follow, Teach. She knows an alley leading out of town. An alley? I guess that'll do. Follow me. They're heading south. South. It's a sheer cliff. What they gonna do? What are they up to? What they gonna do? You're nuts. What alley? That's a cliff. There's an alley if you jump down. Please tell me she's joking, Jiver. Run faster. You'll need the speed to make the jump. Huh? Silently speeds up. He's ready. Don't tell me you're going along with this plan. Any better ideas? I think you've got brain problems, amigo. It's just ahead. 3, 2, 1, jump. With a decisive leap, the bandits jumped down the cliff, knocking loose some rocks and falling alongside her. After a long, silent, distant, muffled thump can be heard from the bottom. Pascal watches bandits and boulders alike disappear off the cliff's edge and gulps in fear. Alright, go back to the gallows. It's dead. It's a dead end up ahead. There's nowhere to run. Get him. Jump already. They're about to catch up. Pascal looks at the cliff, then back at the warrior priest pursuing them. No, I'd rather get cut down than jump. Zip it. Hey, what are you doing? With the girl tucked snugly under his arm, Thorn takes one last look back. And then he sets his sight firmly ahead and leaps down the cliff, a screaming Pascal in tow. Ah! You lousy piece of fin shit, I'll remember this! Cut to black, I guess. Ah! There's a lot of screaming in this. In the midst of her panic, Pascala feels herself land on something soft, quite unlike the solid ground she expected. As she opens her eyes, she sees the giant cloth used to catch her. Eh? We're safe now. They caught us with their sails. Oh, there was a boat. A boat? At the bottom of the cliff? She looks around. Enormous bones prop the ship's wooden hull, while layers upon layers of canvas and fin leather sail throng the mast, scattering the sunlight. The fierce wind powers the complex of legs at the bottom of the hull through a complicated transmission system. The legs sending the ship scuttling over the sea salt soil with a powerful stroke. Still calling yourself a master thief after that courageous display, Pascala? Ha! A good thief acts with thought, through plans, and cautious, not reckless deter. Do. Stop gabbing with her and get change, Teach. The helmsman's injured and I need you to take over. Didn't like that outfit anyway. Way too tight around the buttocks. What are you carrying? Food and water. I spotted their granary early, so I snagged some in the chaos. Set it along a light before I left too. Ha! They'll be too busy putting out the fire to worry about us. Not half bad, you bastard. Good. Now, put your back into it. Ladies and gents, we reach home tomorrow night. What are you looking at, Chavel? You'll fall over the railing like that. First time in Mar Padro? This ship is unusual. It's almost entirely wood and bone. Must not be a lot lighter than the average land ship. Of course. Our sea salt ships are the only thing that can cross the flat. If you tried it with those heavy iron beasts, they'd just be sunk in the salt. Fascinating. You don't look the least bit scared. Didn't you hear what the town folks called us? Bandits. You've got guts saying that straight to my face. I mean, you saved me from the gallows, didn't you? Still, why run with us? The townies will brand you as one of us now. Do you know of a sword technique that will let you cut through seas, wind, and waves? A sword technique? You having a laugh? So none of you know. Never heard of it. Where's your ship stopping? You want off? No can do, I'm afraid. You're heading back with us. Sorry, but that's not in my plans. Not my problem, Chavel. Don't say that. I'd rather not have to draw my sword against the one who saved me. I get that you have a dab hand with the blade, but... You need to watch your back. Heh. All these years as a thief, and not once has anyone spotted me as I make my move. That was enough Disleaf smoke to keep him asleep for the entire trip. Don't get cocky. So where's the compass the boss wanted? We put a lot of work into saving your sorry behinds, so don't disappoint us. You wound me, Senior. I've just delivered you more than just the compass. I got you my amigo over here too, didn't I? In fact, considering the added value, saving me is not enough. I'll need a little something extra to make it worth my while. You think we're just gonna take your word that he's an alchemist? Wait till the boss checks him. Over a food. You run your mouth again. Fine by me. Whatever's meant to be in my pocket will find its way there eventually. Anyhow, where's the kitchen? I'm always a little peckish after staring death in the face. Second floor of the stern. Muchas gracias, oh generous señor. Ah! I can't believe this is still the first part. Ah! I'm going to remove the bone spines from the wound. Not amputate your leg. Only the most vicious of bandits would make barbed weapons like this. The bleeding stopped. Ugh. Hold on a little longer. I've already sent someone to get Dr. Aniro? Once she's here, we can have a better look. Be at ease. You seem fine. You'll be better after a few square meals. Senior Confadro. We've put out the fire in the granary, but there's nothing left inside. I'll think of a way to feed us. What of the doctor? Her legs are not so good at her age. Did you not help her over? She's gone. Then where is... Wait, what happened? She was knocked over by the bandits and hit in the back of the head. She is no longer with us. I see. Senior Silver, are you? Did that hurt? Sorry. Bear with it. She's giving birth, Silver. The widow's giving birth right now. Might be because the bandits attack or not. Can we have the doctor see her first? Wait, where's the doctor? Don't ask. I'll check on her myself. Damn, this poor town got fucked by this whole thing. But also, you're the ones who started just, like, hanging everyone. Don't shake her. She won't be waking. Senior, the child. The child, too. Senior, you. Clerics, guard the body. We bury them tomorrow morning. Sir. Prepare a bird and beast. After the funeral, go and search for Aurora's son. We must ask him to return no matter what. This town needs a doctor. As I recall, she was teaching you some of her craft. Was she not? A man who has only just learned how to make ointment cannot be considered a doctor. Otherwise, the widow and her child would not have died. Go back. back to work. Yeah, dude. Through the tightly closed shutters of the window, the people of Iran can see a faint pink light floating through the fog, cloaking the streets. Silver does not know when it became dark. It feels like it was morning only minutes ago, when he was tidying up his robes for an execution. But now those robes are stained with blood, not the blood of thieves or blasphemers, but of the townspeople. Out of nowhere, he sees another faint pink light across the street. A gaunt, lanky man with a bloody hole in his abdominal, large enough for him to see right through it. The man calmly walks towards him as if nothing was wrong. Do you need assistance, Senior? You look gravely wounded. I'm fine, Senior Confessor. You, on the other hand, look pale indeed. I am an Aguilar, newly transferred. Might you require my assistance? I must say, I didn't expect you to sleep so well hanging upside down, Joven. This sort of thing happens to me a lot. You get used to it. Your old shed's as good as new. Are never to thank Javier. It took him all night to fill in that tunnel of yours. You could have saved him the effort if you just let me go. Yet you're the one giving himself nothing but trouble by refusing to fix my compass. Do that and you're free. I told you, I don't know a thing about alchemy. That's not going to change, no matter how many times you ask. Send him back to his shed, and skip the bread for his meals. Well, yeah, last time you gave him bread,
All
he did
must
use it to
return
dig
the
a tunnel.
existing order. None may disobey
The weirdest
rules.
goddamn state. God, that was so long. You know, I thought with this being so short, this event may not be... How long is this event? So this event is as long as other, like, the other events we've played. The, what's it called? I forgot what they're called right now. Oh my god. The story's 3 hours long. Dude, that first chapter was already 2 hours. Just the first chapter was 2 hours. Dude, it took me 2 hours for just these 3. Well, the tutorial took like 3 seconds. Dude, it... Oh my god, this will be a two-part stream, because... God damn, it's long. I know I read a little slow, right? And I also, like, sit here and chat a little bit, but... No, that was really long. That was really long. And I just played, you know, chapter 10. And that was longer than a lot of, almost everything in chapter 10, just that one episode. I'm not going to say all of it, but a lot, but most of it. Which is crazy. I have no clue how long this one... If this one's just as long, this event's way longer than people told me. I remember chapter 10 took me... What, 6, 7... chapter 10 took me 14, no, 19 hours to read the whole thing. Now, of course, there was messing around and yada yada, but it took me 19 hours to do that one. Hey, you're looking out to the sea when you're alone. When I was but a wee baby, you'd pick me up, point out at the distance, and tell me that if I kept going that away, I see an ocean bluer than the sky above. That was 50 years ago. There's things that happened 100 years ago. You still haven't forgotten, Senorita. Oh, I have little Partel. If you had captained a ship across the chudding waves like I once had, seeing lightning crashing into lightning between the clouds, heard the ending perils of thunder, you'd never forget a moment of it in your entire life. I'm mighty curious, though. I am mighty curious that the sea the old folks kept going on about really like. I lived in this flat my whole life, so I don't get it all, no matter how much I rack my brain. Before my old man died, he talked day and day out about going to sea, about how he followed you and Captain Cruz and filling your holds with treasure, your halls with treasure, not holds with treasure. So full your ships would be lower in the water. Your father was the nimblest topman I've ever seen. He'd climb masts like he was going for a stroll in a garden. Shame there's not many soldiers left who actually have seen the sea for themselves. And that's my biggest worry, Senorita. Even with the compass leading the way, we lack seasoned sailors. When it comes to the sea. Petrol, we are all reckless and ignorant children. Nowadays, it's starting to feel like even heading out into the flats more trouble than it's worth. A little foul beast told me that a particular astounding fellow has come to Aaron and is in the process cut off nearly all of our trade routes. Have they finally decided to take us serious? He managed to sniff out all of the sites we used to contact the caravans like some kind of beck beast. A few decades ago, the useless bastard in town couldn't even spot our footprints. Stealing the compass out from under their noses of a massive garrison to the Inquisition. It might as well have been both humiliation and provocation. They'll do whatever they can to find us. It won't be easy. We're running out of time, and that boy won't budge. What do we do, Senorita? What if he's telling the truth and he's not an alchemist? I'm absolutely certain he is one, Petrol. The coin on him has the symbol for salt and water on its faces. A set of symbols particular to the school of alchemy. And that particular combination means look at the sea for life. I am familiar with the coin's former owner, Aluas. He was the most talented of the alchemists. Moreover, The boy has the same style of swordplay as him. Even their speech has similarities. Similarities as well. Even if they knew each other, that doesn't mean he taught him anything. The coin could have just been a gift. No. If Alulis gave him that to someone, it means he had unusually high expectations of him. Real quickly drink my Coke. According to their tradition, the coin can only be passed down from teacher to student. So why won't he admit it then? That puzzles me as well. I've already made it perfectly clear he has nothing to fear if he cooperates. Besides you guys knocking him out, kidnapping him, he has nothing to fear. And you guys tying him up, locking him away. Really a good way to make someone want to cooperate with you. Right? That's what I want to see in a good partner. God, you guys are bringing him on the worst date. Young Thorn bites down on the root of his tooth with great force, but he cannot stem the flow of stinging pain bubbling up in his gum. Before him, a former classmate's corpse lies under the foot of his mentor. The corpse's long, cold limbs are lined with azure mucus that makes him retch. Though the tears in his eyes, a gentle voice like flowing water pierces the depths of his heart. Why do you wipe away your tears, Thorn? You killed him. The sea and the land are as one. To mix them together is nothing more than erasing the barriers between them. He decided of his own will to embrace the salt and water flowing within his own body, to share all of his existence with us. Be not afraid, be not hateful, diverse loathing. Shun not the window, bar not the doors, close not the heart. No longer shall there be polluted blood or shameful pain. There will come a day when all will give their all to each other. Suddenly the corpse on the floor jerks like a fin out of beast, letting out a gurgle of what sounds like grief before falling flat once more. Thorn watches the corpse's eyelids slowly lift, revealing the eyes of some unfamiliar creature. Its lips open wide, and a voice, human yet inhuman, wobbles out. You are the same. No. I will never be like you. I won't. Flop spout. Floppity floppity flop. Claps fins together. You. Nibbles ferociously. Ow! What are you doing? Nina twists his leg, trying to use its routed body to cover his foot. A variety of sounds leak into the shed from his surroundings, some weeping, some arguing, but mostly cursing. Thorn hopes that they aren't cursing at him. Wait, he freezes in place as the gears in his subconscious mind begin to turn. He sticks out his head. No guard outside his door, how unusual. A line of people walking through the middle of the haven, their heads hung low, their clothes smeared with blood. Uh-oh. That is never a good sign. Those at the back of the line are dragging planks behind them, with people sporting horrendous wounds laying on top of them. The wounds are so deep, their bones are visible, bandages only with rags. Their blood has soaked into the planks, leaving behind only red streaks on the white sand. Only the occasional gasp standing as proof that they are still alive. Only half of them made it back. Wait, what happened out there? The Inquisition. Caloprios ambushed us at dawn on the only road out. A lot of our mates gave their lives to give us life. Took everything we had to escape. The townsfolk don't have salt ships. How'd they get deep enough into the flat to even find you? Who knows? They're like ghosts. Like they don't feel pain. They don't even fall down if you cut them open. They just get right back up to attack you instead. The cleric in town barely knew the blade from the hilt. How could they pull off something like this? Oh, there you are, Teach. Where's the rest of your men? Managed to get done with what needs doing? Heavy losses, just like you. And there's another crew. I haven't heard a peep from either. If this goes on, we won't even have enough men to continue scavenging. Teacher was about to say something when she spots Thorn among the crowd. She walks over, grabs him, and drags him to Russ. How'd you get out? No guards at the door. Bring him with you. Me? I say nay. I'm saying nay too. This is your problem. I'm not getting involved. If you want to eat, you have to work. Shavel. If not alchemy, then you'll have to offer something else. Why not just let me go already? Don't even think about it. Best prepare yourself to spend the rest of your days here. We're sorely low on manpower. Stop pulling me. Morning of the day after tomorrow. Russ, you bring the boy here. I'll go tell the boss. What is even going on right now? You want to come along too? No. God damn. God dang. Put the luggage down here, Leaf. Oh, wait up, Weedy. I don't understand. Why did you bring so much stuff with you? I haven't seen Thorn in a while, right? As his best friend, it's only natural I have a few things to give him. You could have let Leaf carry them. Why bother? When this is barely any. Midra, the box broke open. Help tidy his stuff up, Leaf. What a big bag. Cleanser, lotion, oof, that's heavy. Why so many skincare products? How else am I supposed to protect myself from this scorching sun? I'm not having a repeat of the tragedy from our last holiday. Okay, pretty boy. I won't lie. A good skin care routine is important, but you're probably a little obsessive. Holiday. Aren't we here to find Thorn after he went missing. Blah, he's a big boy now. He can handle getting a little lost. Let's see, what's in this bag here? Oh, right, clothes. Do you really need an entire suitcase full of outfits for this mission? Oh, God. Alright, he's a little obsessive. As a representative of Rhodes Island, it's very important that I maintain a certain image. Wait, so which of these are you giving to Thorn? That package over there. The one you're stepping on. Sunscreen, waterproof, cooling, whitening. Does he really need any of this? What kind of friend would I be if I let him burn to a crisp? Very well. You know him better, so... if you say so. Hey, careful with those. Watch what you're throwing. Somebody's coming. We shouldn't block the street. Will you be holding a ceremony for us tonight, Senior Argh? Also, I must thank you. My wife used to sneak into the kitchen every night to eat the grain we had stored away, while keeping to the teachings against gluttony by the day. But ever since hearing your preach, she hasn't sinned even once. Your teachings have cleansed her soul, and for that I am grateful beyond words. I merely shared with everyone my worldly possessions. You are far too humble, Senior. Senior? Argh, please, allow me to hold your hand. Such frightful events have happened in Aaron's lately. I'm terribly afraid. You may, if it might bring you comfort. Well, while I have never sinned, I was wondering if you could lay your hand atop my head. All right, no crowding, one at a time. Control yourselves. Think about your request before your turn comes. Do not take too much of Argh's time. The locals seem a little odd. Probably because they trust the Inquisition. Maybe. I wonder who's in charge here. May I help you too? That would be amazing. What should I call you, amigo? Anistro is my name. This dude's really popular. That's for sure. Everyone who sees him stops to greet him. Confessador Silver's waiting inside. Pray, enter. Ah, the burden of those cursed with charm. I know it all too well, amigo. Pardon? Is this man your... Oh, we're just colleagues. Honestly, I barely know him. Damn, Weedy. Is he not the end? Is he not Pride? You're letting Pride into the house of your lord? I don't even know what type of... who do you guys believe in? I am afraid we do not have what we need to hold a proper reception for you, my guest. The town granary was recently burned down by bandits, so I'm afraid we're all going a bit hungry before the next caravan arrives. Don't worry about it. We brought our own food. I'm truly sorry for this. I believe we have yet to formally introduce ourselves. This is Field Operator Asylum, and I'm Engineering Operator Weedy, both from Rhode Island Pharmaceuticals. You're an engineer, then? Yes, I am. Are you familiar with mechanics behind wind-powered lightland ships? Well, my specialty is bioengineering, so I mainly I can't say I'm too familiar with the mechanical engineering. However, based on my limited knowledge, I say it would be difficult to realize. It's different from seaborne ships. If the materials aren't robust enough, the ship will fall apart the moment it tries to move. Impatiently blows at his red streak of hair. He's bored. What if we used steel for the Neil? I'm afraid that would make them too heavy. That's precisely why it's difficult to make wind-powered ones. Then would you say such a land ship is near impossible? No. I'm sure someone could come up with a design. Once you manage to work out the kinks, the actual construction shouldn't be too difficult. Well, if we were talking about taking a Iberia... Oh my god, you guys just put this and I'm like, dumb, my brain is just broken. It was Iberia, right? Iberia? And Iberia tapped in its open web. It wouldn't be much more difficult than making a traditional land ship. I see. He patiently waves his hand. Look, I'm terribly sorry. But shouldn't we, talk business first? For example, the whereabouts of my friend. Dos Manos, forgive me. I got carried away. Could you describe him for me? Oh, God. That's crazy. There's no way. There's no way he'd do something like that. Calm down, Senior Asylum. I am simply stating the facts. What you're saying is that Rhodes Island operator colluded with bandits from the Salt Flats, both in stealing the corpses of the townspeople and arranging a rescue for his execution? You never mentioned Rhodes Island during the interrogation, but the crimes are real. There must be some sort of misunderstanding here. I regret to inform you that all the information we have points towards him being this criminal. I think you're wrong. Wriggles about. I said, stop following me already. Show Neen a little more respect, Chavel. I'm treating it the way I would treat any of you. Which clearly isn't respectful enough. Nina's far more useful than you are. I thought it was your emergency rations. It's practically the boss's heart and soul. Who dare harm a scale on its head? Besides, it's got far sharper senses than us out here in the flats. How else are we supposed to find anything under all that salt? What are you looking for? What else? Relics of the Gold Age. Sometimes high-tech churros, sometimes luxury items, or whatever else. Good money either way. But doesn't the Inquisition crack down on those sorts of excavations for Golden Age antiquities? They may not like it, but the caravans sneaking into Iberia sure do. We trade these trinkets for water and supplies. It beats begging, that's for sure. So it's smuggling. Don't give me that look. You think it's easy living out here? But you, Chavel, every last one of your materials we got you for alchemy, down to the smallest fin bone. You brought by blood, sweat, and tears of our crew. So think it over. If you know you can't do it, then don't waste your booty. What are you suggesting? Do a little hoo-ha during your alchemy. Show the boss you failed, and give her a reason to back down from this madness. Whispers, can't you just, I don't know, let me go? Also, why not tell her that yourself? Don't want her to think we're against the plan. We respect her, fear her. Fear, well, I suppose she is an amazing fighter. There's better reasons to be afraid of her. Okay. Like what? Why are you afraid of her? What does she do? What is her powers? Juna stops in her tracks, as though she senses something in the wind. She looks behind her. She sees no trace of any living creature besides her own footprints left behind in the desolate salt flats. She breathes a sigh of relief and continues onwards. There's a giant skeleton in front of her, and below it a dark shadow. She steps into the shadow and disappears. Uh-oh. Does she have, like, shadow powers? There was a mutiny back in the day. Only a few old bastards still remember it. Someone said in front of everyone that she'd been working with the sea's monsters. That she offered up her entire crew for freakish strength and longevity. Do you mean the Seaborn? Whatever they're called. At the time, the sea had only just retreated, and the monsters were still running wild. It was thanks to Captain Cuz that his crew, risking life and limb, that most of them were cleared out. And Captain Cruz, they all died out in the flat. Well, almost all. June was the only one to come back. And when she did, she took over the entire fleet. Anyone who didn't want to follow her ended up dying one by one on hunting trips or in an Inquisition attack or ambush. Oh god, my nose hurts. You said these were just rumors. Even Teach was but alas when this all went down. So you think she isn't actually trying to fix the compass, but to help everyone find a way out? Mayhaps. Could be part of a much bigger plan. Nobody knows what she really wants. Are you the only one who suspects her, Senior Russ? There's a few of us. What about Senior Javer? No, that boy has never doubted her for a second. She's taken care of him so long, he sees her as a mother. She took him under her wing after his mother died. Those Seaborn in the rumors. Have any of the sailors ever seen one? No. Nope. Not a one. No. What's the problem? Nah, looks like Neo found something. Stow the sails, you scabbywaggers. Drop the anchor. We're setting down. You heard him. Get digging. We're never to bring your shovel and your sword, Chav. Don't even think about running. I'll have someone keep an eye on you. Treatment by limb...
Doctor, What do I do if my legs are shaking?
Now, I know, apparently, by the looks of it, Silver Ash won't be able to do it by himself, but it's fine.
Make your decision. Thy trampling of this hallowed ground shall beget bitter rue.
How did I know they were going to use the cannon?
Great wait, for the snow shall bury this all.
You can do it. Turn back. Don't let your heart
Stupid
shatter.
cannon.
Great Hark, ne'er hast thou questioned the road thou strayed upon.
Oh
If I
my
make
god,
it
that
back in
damage.
one piece, I win.
Great as ice yields to gentle warmth's
Okay.
embrace.
Where's the most dangerous spot?
If I'm dead anyway, I'm taking you with me.
God damn, dude, these guys hurt.
Great wait.
I'll be honest,
For the
I wasn't ready
snow
for him to
shall bury
one-shot,
us all.
almost one-shot my character. I have to remember how slow these earlier missions are.
Do we have Raggedy? Wait! This is a sword! Oh, whatever! Take it!
Not scared. You've got guts.
This is gonna be dumb.
Yields to gentle warmth's embrace. Thy trampling of this hallowed ground shall beget bitter rue.
Look into my eyes.
And do some running around, I guess. Oh, he's the last one, too. A ship's log? You recognize that? It's something mariners used to record what happened on their voyages. So you've seen a lot of this sort of thing. See, my teacher taught me many things. Must have had guts to do that. So, are you going to stand behind me and commemorate all day? Or think it was my idea, Chav? Brosun told me to keep a close eye on you. I'm sure you can do that without literally breathing on my neck. You bad boy. Stop it. Hmm? That sound. I know that. Thorn looks around vigilantly. Warned by the sound on the salt wind. Behind the sailor, he sees a familiar dent appear on the surface of the salt. Out of the way. Saltfin incoming. You got fin shit for brains. Me. You shoved me aside for this? You think it wasn't one of those giant salt fins? Did you think it was one of them giant salt fins or something? Shut up. If you were, the whole ground would be shaking. One of those small fries just leaves a little dent in it. Besides, they're all the same sort of critter as near. What's it gonna do? Cuddle you to death? What's the crazy pute even need from a guy as stupid as you anyways? They're the same species? Yeah. So there are more than one variety of saltfin out there. Yep. About 10 or so types, big and small. Some of your sails are made up from leather, are they? Saltfin hide, also use it for tents. And you mean you hang it out to dry outside? Saltfin meat. Your weapon, saltfin bone. And those guys are... They aren't the same. Won't hurt them unless they really have to. The crazy Pute loves them to death. Once tried to haul some aboard to raise them, but a day away from their friends, and they lose all spirit. She had to go give up that local plan. Then why is that one part of the crew? Nini was abandoned by its mates. Couldn't keep up with them thanks to its weak body. Lucky for it, she went and picked it up. Chirp. Meh. They're leaving? That's normal. They don't stay in one place for too long. One after another, the saltfin drill into the salt, sweeping off into the distance. Their tracks lace with intertwine, leaving the salt surface looking like a cracked mirror. They're fascinating. They fascinate Thorn. He climbs up on a jagged rock, hoping to get a better look at where the cracks are heading from a higher vantage point. He stands at the peak, and to his surprise, he sees an immeasurable gash bearing towards them, swallowing up any salt reef or skeleton in its path. He realizes the salt fins weren't leaving, they were fleeing. No, that's definitely not normal. You see something? Move, quick! We gotta go! The newest rose salt skin has near in it. Oh, that's kind of cool. In an instant, the ground splits into a gaping maw, threatening to devour the two as they sprint away. Sesso stumbles as he tries to flee. The collapsing earth grabs his ankle. He screams in terror. Thorn grabs a hold of his arm. As soon as he finds out he is powerless against the creature's brutal force. Just as the two men are about to be swallowed whole, the collapse miraculously stops. The sailor lowers his leg. Leg is wedged tight between the jagged earth. Now nothing more than a bloody mangled mess. The hell's going on over here? The salt split open. I think someone fell in. Go have a look then, quick. I'll be going now. Get back here, you Capsulo. Don't you even think about running. Hey, don't leave me here by myself. Me. Your crewmates will be here. Will be over soon. You'll be fine. Where are you going? Nips at Thorn's pants. Not sure. Somewhere you can't find me. No. You can't go. Oh, this is orders. I have to keep an eye on you. Oh. What the fuck? Where the fuck are you now? You're like in a weird underground cave. I haven't been here to see you for so long. All is going according to plan. Yes, we've taken a few risks, but they were worth it. Soon we will set our sails once more and return to the ocean's embrace. Are you happy for me? Is she talking like a skeleton? I have a lot of questions of what's happening here. You know? The sound of metal scraping against the stone echoes out from the cave, followed by a slender seaborn slowly slithering its way out. Its form wrapped and twisted. Each of its tentacles is wrapped around a weapon, as their points and edges drag across the stone walls. They keen and wail. It slowly approaches the salt fin eater meat and slowly eats away at it, its eyes fixed on Juna the entire time. She meets its gaze, quietly waiting for the Seaborn's reply. But in her heart, she knows that it is no more than a beast without a speck of intelligence or humanity. We will leave this place, this desert of salt, no matter the price. Juna turns and exits the cave, leaving behind only the Seaborn, rushing around like a caged animal, now that it has finished its meal. Rocks fall from the ceiling until finally it ceases to struggle from a way out, slowly calming down in the darkness. Dios míos, what happened here? Did that boy do this? No, it was my fault, but he ran away. Forget him. Yula, come over here, help me pull him out. Ah, my leg! Bonson, his leg. Speak up! I don't think we can save it. We need to call the surgeon. When's the last time we had a surgeon? But only a surgeon knows how to cut it off, right? Else he'll bleed to death. I don't want to die here. Save me, Bosun. Save me. Says I. I'm here. I know what to do. Travel? He'll live. I guarantee it. Good. Get over here. Bite down on the hilt hard. This'll sting a little. Just bear with it. Arrgh! Thorn. How could they do you dirty like this on your own wanted poster? What's with that picture? Why are you so quick to concede that it's Thorn now? Aren't you just insisting it was all a mistaken identity? What if those bandits forced him into it? Or maybe he was framed. He's not much of a talker. You can definitely see him putting his foot in his mouth while explaining himself. If he is upstanding young man as you say he is, then surely he's dead by now. Killed by either the bandits or by dangers of the salt flat. No. What exactly would they do to him? They're not. They like to. No. You would be happier not knowing. We've done all we can to keep them away from this town, but they're still managed to abduct some of our best and brightest. Their leader is a vile monster, able to corrupt the hearts of others. Oh. Oh, time to start cooking, Who touched my kitchen? That smell, it's coming from the pot over there. Stewed fin heart. This is Senior Gene's specialty. But they went bad ages ago. Better not put that fire out. During the profound silence, most of Aaron was submerged under the sea. Only this small part atop the hill avoided that grim fate, but it too shortly fell into chaos as the harvest failed. The pirates sailed in before the seawater retreated. They claimed they would bring order to Aaron, but in truth, they only wished to burn and kill in main, forcing the townsfolk to surrender to their regime of terror. Everything they say was put on to the torch. Okay. Fire! Help! Fire! The pot blew up! Medra, why is there a fire here? Trevor, you dried out piece of fin shit. How many times do I have to tell you not to let this useless cockeyed bastard in the kitchen until he gets some glasses? Oh. It was fin oil, sorry. It was all blurry to me. Out of my sight, dumbass. Where the hell's Juval? Get over here and put out this fire already. Quick, cover it with salt. Ah, my clothes. I just swept up the fin leather coats. Roast fin leather smells very good. Even if he's lucky enough to be alive, the bandits themselves live harsh lives in the waste. Sure, they wouldn't treat their captives well. He's most likely dying of hunger and thirst at this very moment. Are you all right, Elysium? I'm fine. Senior Kafara, please continue. Needless to say, we can only pray he does nothing to incur their wrath. Their punishments are as barbaric as they are capricious. They'll slit open bellies or chop off hands and feet over the slightest offense. To think they'd twist the law like that. Slit open bellies or chop off hands and feet, you say? Why are you so surprised? Does it mean something? Ah! Why are we flashing back and forth so many times? Please stop. Haha. Get some run. Give him a swig. Russ, how's my leg? Alright, lie down and stay calm. Your leg's still on the flat. It won't hurt any longer. We've been looking after you here, Sissel. Don't worry. The surgery was a success. You won't be dying today. I just cut off his leg. I can't call it surgery. He's alive. That's surgery enough for us. This guy's got no skill. Calm down, Elysium. There's nothing to suggest that these bandits have killed him. I don't want to think too much about the possibility, but where would we even go to find out? Wait, he does not answer. does not answer. In the distance, several corpses hang from poles outside the town, swinging in the windows. A fowl lands on top of it, feasting on the carcass. You two are guests of the Inquisition. Those were bandits caught by Argh. They were hanged, all according to the teachings. Their bodies will serve as a warning to others of their kind. Dead if you stick with the bandits. Dead if you come back looking like a bandit. Thorns. Hey, Jovid. You still want that paper you're holding? Nah. I don't need it anymore. Here, take it. Gracias. Finally found something to stick my bed together with. Isn't this... What? Have you seen him before? Of course I have. I even sheltered him for one night. Oh? Ooh, this is a new background. Or is it an old background? I just don't remember it. The fleet's heading out into the flat to hunt the saltfin in a few days. And I'd like the boy to come along. We've lost a lot of men this month. And our surgeon and navigator sacrificed themselves to get us out of the Inquisition's trap. I think he can fill in for their post. And that's how you plan to fix our manpower problem? I only let him help us on the scavenge ship because the teachers guarantee. But did he not almost run away today? And now you're telling me he wants to join our own fin ship? Senorita, I know he's a precious alchemist, but he's great with the sword too, and knows his medicine. He'll be really handy during a hunt. You might as well open the door and let him leave. He'll find no shortage of opportunities to escape out there. I'm a pirate, Russ. We're not the most kind-hearted sort. Please, Senorita. We've lost way too many men in these last few tussles with the Inquisition. You're not the only one in this fleet who needs him. We all do. He's far from a good boy. You know, in fact, he's rather naughty. How will you ensure he does as he's told? He'd never met Pascula before, but he still saved her sorry behind when the Inquisition was chasing her down. And I saw her safely to town. Didn't ask for a reward neither. He could have left Cerro to die, but he didn't. Chose to come back and help us save him. He's a good kid, an honest kid. As long as we show him how much we need him, he won't just sit back and watch us suffer. Any other news from the crew? Nothing yet. Nothing about the food supplies for next month at least. Fine, he can go with you. So the boy was your friend then? A fine young man. Such a shame what happened. And in the prime of his youth. Alright, fine. I'm going to have to find him myself. Elysium! Weedy, Thorn is definitely out there, waiting for us to save him. Here, a communicator. You stay in town. I'll head out to the salt flats. What? If anything happens, here, contact me. We'll keep in touch. Take care. Elysium. Wait for me, Thorn, I'm coming. We having a bromance? Why do you kids never let me finish? You were trying to say? It's a shame a fine man like that would come back to Iberia just to learn a bit of swordplay. Wouldn't it be better to live out the rest of his days in some country? This bread is burnt. Should still be edible at least. That bunch of useless pricks. I'll cave their skulls in one day, mark my words. Luckily we didn't lose too much. You... Why are you snacking on that lump of charcoal? Because I'm hungry. Toss that out and come with me. We've got a lot to learn. Afford you can join the cruise ship. A Finn ship? What Finn ship? You're joining the crew, buddy.
An astonishing result. And here I thought myself inured to you bringing home a victory.
This might be our last one, because all of these have been long. Like, none of these have been like... Well... No, that last one wasn't as bad. That first episode was like horrendous. I'll be honest, that first one was horrendous how long it was. That second one, not bad. It was about average for an event. That one wasn't like crazy. But that first episode, even like the story portion of the other thing was so short in comparison. I really wanted to get halfway through, but this might become a three-parter just how long this is. Thank you for dinner, Jeff. It was delicious. Senior Juan, I have a question. Go on then. No need to hold back. I feel a little risky to be hunting such a massive sea fin with the men we have. Wouldn't it be safer to go after a school of smaller ones? The saltfin schools we've been reeling in have been far too small. We'll need a lot more alchemical materials for what is to come. We've already prepared plenty. Still far from enough. The compass was just the beginning. We'll need so much more once we enter the sea, once we enter the ocean. Boys, the last cook said you like to make some crazy decisions. Most of the time, it makes our blood run hot with excitement. But other times, it makes our blood turn to ice. Yet, he was ever loyal to me, supporting even those decisions that made him freeze up inside. Is that what you expect from me too? No, which is why he's the previous cook and you're the new one. Do you really wish to spend the rest of your life worrying about your next meal? This is our chance. Seize it and all our problems vanish forever. The ocean managed to nurture the entirety of the Golden Age. But our fleet cannot even compare to your average gang of smugglers. But the Salt Flat has nurtured us for decades. It hasn't been easy, but you've led us through the years. The flat is too barren for us. And the ocean is too dangerous for us. Think about the townsfolk. They would like nothing more than to be rid of us, and their net draws ever closer. You were never afraid of them. It's not them that I'm afraid of. It's the flat. Its ecosystem is about to collapse. The fissure was just the beginning. Survey teams are reporting that large voids have appeared beneath the salt flats, where underground rivers have dried up. Voids? The underground rivers are drying up. The number of microorganisms has dropped sharply, and with it, the number of salt fins that fed up upon them. It's been a long time since one of our fin ships encountered a large school of salt fins. Why didn't you tell us? What was I supposed to say? That we're finished? If we don't escape this place, what would that accomplish other than causing a panic? Is this the only way then? Yes, it's the only way. I still feel like she's lying, but not fully lying. You know? It's like the half-live. I don't know how to say this. A little to the left, thanks. Hmm? Yes. Now a little harder. Hmm? That was a long day, learning to catch saltfish with Senior Russ. Ow. My aching shoulder. Ah, yes, that's the spot. Then stomps even harder on Thorn's back as he inhales and exhales deeply. Nina, never mind. You wouldn't understand. It's not like I don't want to help you all. When I was little, a beggar taught me a few tricks, just to earn scraps on the sheets. But when I met my mentor, he told me those weren't tricks. It was alchemy. I was fascinated by alchemy's studies. It earned me praise from my mentor and recognition from my peers. And most importantly, I was no longer a street urchin with nothing to my name. I was worth something. That is until I learned the most fundamental nature of the School of Alchemy. Lauren pauses. Nina stops stomping and looks up perplexed. You can never abandon what you have, Thorn. You fear you will go back to having nothing if you fail, but the nature of alchemy is to achieve our goal, devoting everything to it, no matter the cost, the stakes, everything, the return a chance. This is why is it that only our alchemy was used to sail the seas, because the ocean demands such quality. Sensing Thorn's depression, Nina lies down on his back and chirps gently. Russ was right. You all are just want to live a decent life. Preparing the compass and going to sea, it's not worth the risk. But I'm curious, how exactly is Juno's compass constructed? The cornix inside, does it truly point towards whatever your heart yearns for the most, as the stories say? If I just had the chance to study it. Did you fall asleep? I'm curious, what's going inside my own heart? You're enjoying the sails of the sea. Flowers. Dr. Anira was the first to plant them in town decades ago for use in ointments. Ah, I have seen them before in the halls of Basto de Cuatos. I've never been. All I know is that the first flower to bloom from the salted earth of Aaron. After so many years of being besieged by the sea, the townfolk used to give me these as a token of my appreciation, I think. Now I feel I should be offering them to you. No, senor. No, senor. I am not worthy. Had you not taken those measures towards the caravans to obtain the predator burden beast, we could never have gone after those despicable bandits in the salt flats. I did no more than what has to be done. Your duty, of course. I believe you mentioned you are after a forbidden relic that the bandits have stolen. What sort of relic could it possibly be to bring you all the way to this barren land? A compass. There are thousands of antique compasses from old Iberia. Iberia. None like this. This one corrupts the heart. It points towards the user's deepest desire. Degrades from the depths of the heart, or so it says. But those who cast their eyes towards such base desires can never turn back. It drives them to thief, rob, murder. They cannot stop themselves. As they might. You really think so? It is simply the truth. Is this what you mean? What you've been preaching to the townsfolk these past few days? It was not I who preached. The people who already understood this truth more profoundly than I ever need. Someone had already revealed to them, perhaps you. Yes, it was me. It was I who issued those prohibitions. Why stop then? Why lift the prohibitions? Oh my god. Look at this town. No one here dares touch the new goods and technologies that the caravans bring. No one dares leave their house after dark. They dare not fill their stomach, even in years of plenty. Every word I used to shackle these poor people has continued to shackle them. They see it differently. It was not your deeds that helped them lay aside their dreams and lament for their wealth and power. Was it not your words that encouraged them to take up the hoe and scythe? Times have changed, Senior Agricole. Times never change, Senior Calectro. The deepest desires of the heart should never be probed. Not by anyone. Not anywhere. Never. Saltfin ahoy! 2 meters wide, 18 long. Now, that's a big one. Chase him down. Full speed ahead. Harpoons ready. Hard port. Speed up. Harpoons up. Hey ho. In the waves the big one rolls. Stop the planks. Hoist the sails. Down the high winds a whale. Hey ho, up we go before the sun sinks low. I tried. Watching from the corner of the Chaval. Oh, nothing. Ugh. Watch yourself. But the shaking It's a good thing. It means we're getting close. Where'd the boss put you? Reeling in the net here? Or joining the hunt in the salt? Senor Duran won't let me leave the ship. I don't get it. With your sword hand, you'd be way more useful in the hunt. She didn't give me any particular job either. Just told me to do whatever I can. Weird, she's usually so detailed. Maybe the standards are laxer for the new guy. Or because she doesn't want you to die because you're her key. Keep in mind, he is the key to her whole, like, plan. So, like, you can't really let him die. I see it! Fishnet! That's a big one. Lower the boat! Don't let it get away. Wait, it's tunneling. Full rudder. It's running into us. Not in the best mood, big guy. Well, my mood couldn't be better. Change of plans, Pervelta, Javro. Stay aboard. I'll lead the hunt myself. Signoria, you haven't led a hunt in ages. Do as I say. Joven, come back. Take the helm. It's too dangerous, Signora. This one's too much for you, Jev. Stay on the ship. I need you to work with me. Then what should I do? See that salt reef? See the salt reef in the shape of a tongue? Herd it there with salt rounds. I'll handle the rest. Aye aye. Full rudder, hang tight. The salt ship makes a hard turn to starboard, but not quite quickly enough to avoid the brushing against the side of the charging salt fin. Cold sweat rolls down everyone's backs at the grating sound. Hanging onto a fence for dear life, Thorn looks towards where the sound came from. He sees a massive salt fin swim past the ship, sending stinging salt grains flying across the deck. How could a salt fin grow this big? I thought that last one was big. The biggest I'd ever seen. No. Chavel. Even I've never seen one this big. What? We never really hunt ones this big, not by choice. This locale, we're in way over our heads. This is Loca. Are you Loca? See the Loca. Load! Aim! Fire! Port broadside, fire! Aim at those eyes and nostrils. Hitting the shell won't do a damn thing. Is Senor Juna in position? Boss. She just went down. You gotta stop the hunt. We're in way over our heads. And how would we eat tomorrow if we don't hunt today? What's the matter, Russ? It's twice as big as any other salt fin. Only the leader of the school could grow this big. So you'd expect it to have a whole lot of school behind it. But I'm not seeing one. Get to the point, Professor. Either it lost its school or it was abandoned. Either way, it's mad. Real mad. Does Senora Juno know about this? It was her plan. She's toying with our lives again. if that thing decides to bring us down with it, we're all... Teach. Senior and the hunting team have already left. It's too late to back down now. Don't let the rest of the crew know. We can't afford panic. Keep firing, Juven. I'd rather die on the hunt today than starve in a month. But if you have a whole month, you could probably figure something out, right? You definitely could figure something out in a month. Boss, can we really take on this big guy? Of course. And we'll win. Wait for it. Wait for it to turn and aim for your gaps in the shell. If you can hit the nostril, all the better. It's coming straight for us. Bro, hard forward. Aye aye. Harpoons ready now. Argh. Good. Keep it up. It's too strong. I can't hold this rope much longer. I'm with you. All hands, again. Good. Someone hit the nostril. Hold that rope like your life depends on it. Ah! 30 meters left. Keep holding on. 20 meters. 10 meters. We're out of rope. Just a little more. It's coming out of the salt lair. Now, reel it in. Juna rides her boat towards the salt fin as the rope is reeled in. Its thick hide has even pierced by a dozen harpoons, blood sweeping out of the wounds. Listening to its heavy, rapid breathing, Juno knows that its life is coming to an end. She cannot help but place her hand on the massive figure, feeling its life flow out of it little by little, until the salt fin closes its eyes, still raging against the dying of the light with its last breath. Ugh, finally. We did it. Hail the salt ships. Have them come for us. Aye aye. Wait. Look out, Senor. It's not dead yet. Juna feels a gaze filled with overwhelming malice upon her. She looks up at its eyes, filled with hatred and anger. God damn. Shit's getting crazy. And we're still not done. The next instant, the salt fin begins to flail violently, sending blood-stained salt falling all over the place. It breaks free of the ropes, leaving behind only the harpoons still impaled in its hide. It raises its tail fin high. Retreat! Retreat! No. Several boats are quickly snapped in two by the salt fin's attack, and the air is filled with screams of injured sailors. The sound seems to fill Juno with a certain resolve. She charges towards the rampaging salt fin and grabs one of the harpoons on its back. It leaps up, trying to shake her off. It's too dangerous, Senor. Let go. No. This one is mine. As long as I still breathe. The salt fin sweeps aside the boat in front of it and swims into the distance, carrying Juna on its back. It does so with astonishing speed, like an arrow from a bow or a dying star. Faster! We have to catch it. Stop, stop. That's as far as we can go. The beast dragged Juna into the skeleton reef. Jabber. You were right, Russ. I shouldn't have knocked you out. Not the first time. I know how you can get, but listen for once. We can't chase her. The stream of skeleton reef will tear out the ship apart. I know if you won't go, give me a boat, I'll find her. No one survives that place. Not us, not... Juna can. Are you with me or not, Teach? Don't be reckless, Jovero. You're not gonna let her die? No one wants to lose our leader. But we can't lose you too. She liked you. If something happens to her, you have a responsibility for what comes next. I'll go. Maybe so, Teach. But she won't die. I won't let her. Who's with me? Count me in! And me! Would you mind if I joined you? The sailor's part to let Thorn through. If it isn't our resident alchemist, I figured you keep your mouth shut forever. What could you possibly do? I can help you get out of that valley alive. We're ready, Senor Silva. Good. Take them at my command. Yes, sir. Are you sure those bandits will pass through here, Senor Argh? Yes. They're short on supplies. Salt fins are their only food source in the salt flat. What the caravans tell us, they must travel through this passage when they return from their hunt. Exhausted by their quarry, they will be no match for us. With this ambush, it will all be over. Things will improve in town once we have the bandits' technology and supplies. All right, Assisto. Assisto mutters something, but Silver does not hear it. He simply gazes upon the salt flats before him, as if seeing the town's prosperous future there. All right. I have to go, guys.
Make certain my claws
So-
don't scratch you.
So I don't,
Don't be scared.
forget. I have to go. Something has
I'll think of
popped up.
something. There's
So I actually
gotta be
have
a
to go.
way.
So I will finish this tomorrow. I knew today I would be short on time, but I'm really short on... I thought this event would be shorter. I'm going to be honest with everyone. I thought this event would be shorter, but I really have to go now. I have to do something at 10. It's already 9:40 for me. And I'm sorry we have to end halfway through that episode, through that section or episode, whatever you want to call it. But I will be back tomorrow. We're going to try to finish it tomorrow. If we can't, we'll finish it Saturday. We will finish it before this event ends. But I do got to go. If you like the stream/video, please like and subscribe. And follow me on Twitch if you can. And I hope you all have a wonderful night. I'm sorry for ending so early, but I do have to go. Bye-bye, everyone!